problems, so they have anxiety and they live somewhat normal but very painful lives because they don't go back to those places and they don't want to. It's too scary for them. They're too afraid. And I've always encouraged people to face that fear of going there and fixing those wounds so that we can be healthier as adults, because that's what we have to do. For me, my issue was abandonment. I always felt like people were going to leave. So when I get into relationships or anything, my adult mind says they're not going to go anywhere, yet, for any reason. But the kid in me is getting triggered, feeling like it's going to leave again. All those things from when I was a kid are getting triggered. And I feel it, and then I start getting anxiety. And that's what happens to every one of us. We get triggered with anxiety. Something triggers it, and that's why we feel the way we do. So now that I've, kind of talked about, okay, where does anxiety come from, whatnot, I'm going to talk about, how do we deal with it. I've had anxiety for a long time. Everyone knows that. My clothing line's all about it. It's all about helping people with any sort of, anxiety, depression. We're building a family. I've said it all before. It's a way of reaching out, helping people. I choose to use my popularity to help people because I feel like that's what I was put here to do. And I have to do that. How I deal with it is, breathe, because when you start feeling anxiety, your breathing gets weird and you focus on your breathing. So you take in too much oxygen, then you start getting tingly and stuff. So the main thing that I start with is breathing. A 4 count in through the nose real slow, and then out through the mouth real slow for like a count of 6. So in through the nose for a count of 4, out through the mouth for a slow count of 6. And I try to do that for about a minute, because like I said, when you have anxiety, you're breathing bad and you're getting too much oxygen. And then that's when your body starts feeling even more weird, which makes you even more panicky because why am I feeling even crazier now? So a lot of it is controlling your breathing right from the start. What else? Distraction. Positive distraction is a great way to cure your anxiety. Go on Instagram, go on Facebook, do anything, to get your mind off it. And you'll realize once you start doing that, your mind kind of goes back to autopilot and you breathe normally as you should, and you're not paying attention to breathing. Clean your room, clean your closet, clean your house. Do whatever you want to do. Do something to get your mind off it. Because I know me, I'm always stuck in my mind. I think too much. I'm a thinker. I think too much about my anxiety and what I feel like rather than, going out and distracting myself. So those are just a few things that you can do to help eliminate. Another good thing is positive self-talk, Anxiety is just a feeling. It's not going to hurt you. No one's ever died from it. It's just a feeling. And if you could just positively talk to yourself and say, this is going to pass. I felt this a million times before. There's nothing different here. That alone, the power you have over it will make it diminish rather quickly. Me, nowadays, nothing lasts any more than, an hour or so. On a bad day, maybe a couple hours or something, if there's a lot of stress, with my life or what's going on. So, those are just a few things you can do. Anxiety is just fear. Fear is a horrible thing, but we need it to survive, unfortunately. Fear causes all the problems, Fear causes the anxiety. Fear causes the insecurity, the reactions. So if we could be more positive in our mind, eliminate fear, we can eliminate a lot of our anxieties. Because fear of anxiety will give you anxiety. Fear of getting anxiety, at something, some sort of event or situation in the future will give you anxiety. That's called anticipatory anxiety. Oh no, I'm going to give a presentation in a week, and for that whole week I am just stressing about it, and what if I get an anxiety attack up there? Everyone's going to be watching me. They're going to think I'm so dumb if I have this anxiety attack. We have fear of people thinking bad of us because of our anxiety, and that's another thing, that a lot of us nowadays, nothing's ever good enough. For me, I've always struggled with, perfectionism. I've always wanted everything to be perfect, on myself, in my life, and it's we can't be perfect. We never will be perfect, but a lot of us still try, and opinions of others, how people think of us, is what matters now in this world, and it's not, that's not the truth. Maybe if I do this, this, and this, or look this way, they'll like me, therefore I feel good about myself. That's a lot of our mentalities, and that's the wrong mentality to have. But it's not something you could just turn off. Like I said, we've been doing this for a long time, since we were kids. We've made some sort of defense mechanism way back when, so that we can survive. Your self-worth needs to come from the inside out. You have to believe you're a good person, a beautiful person, that has good values, and that is accepted, and that can be loved, and you are. Every one of us are, no matter how you look or anything. There's always a special person out there for you, and you have to work on gaining your own self-worth, to where you can live on your own without anybody else. You're self-sufficient again. That's why after relationships, you're feeling empty, you're feeling needy, because you've lost all your power, you've given it away. Now you don't have any confidence anymore. What I've done in therapy was become that person that can be self-sufficient and whole, and have a power of my own, because therefore that comes out onto other people, especially in relationships. Your relationships go much smoother and better when you have your own power and you can be yourself forever. No matter how long you've been in the relationship, you're always yourself. You always have your boundaries, So, anxiety is just a feeling. A lot of us deal with it. A lot of us are on medication for it. Me personally, I don't do medication. I don't feel like it's what I want to do, and it probably would just make me feel off and worse. One thing I can recommend for anxiety is exercise. Exercise is great for it, Get on the treadmill, elliptical, breathe hard, get your heart rate up, open those lungs up, get those endorphins running. Weight training, that's a good one. Weightlifting, I used to be a huge weightlifting guy, I do from time to time now, but not too much anymore. I do more of the cardio. Eat healthy. It's extremely, extremely important to eat healthy, Not so much fast food, get that good food in fruits, vegetables, lean protein. Fish oil is a huge one. Get that fish oil in, because it helps out a lot, and it's very good for you. Obviously sleep a lot, sleep as much as you can. You guys know, I used to be an alcoholic, a bad one. Alcohol is bad for anxiety, man, especially hangovers. That's when I got bad anxiety. Just from being an alcoholic for as long as I was, and feeling the hangovers and nervousness that I did from the alcohol, did so much damage, to my brain, to where I still feel it to this day. Like, it wasn't good. I'm a recovered alcoholic. Did some drugs here and there, but alcohol was the main thing. And I can definitely say no alcohol if you really want to get rid of your anxiety. It is crucial. Crucial. And reach out. Go see somebody. There's nothing wrong with going and seeing somebody about your anxiety. It's not a bad thing, you know, it's a good thing. A lot of people don't do it. Get help for your anxiety and reach out and talk to someone. Talking, you know, gets it out and helps you. So, like I said before, hopefully we can do more videos covering some more topics. You know, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Not exactly sure what the name of it is yet, because I just thought this morning, hey, let's start making videos and really doing some good for people. So I'm kind of setting that all up right now. But when I post this, you'll have all the information, and I hope you subscribe, and I hope this video helped you. And you're not alone. You know, even people like myself, who are, you know, well-known musicians, deal with this stuff. A lot of people do. A lot of us put on a fake mask that doesn't let you know we have this, but we all do. And we're all in this together. And every day is a new day, and, you know, we're going to help each other, and I'm going to help you get through this. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.